Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're back on GeoGuessr and we're going to be playing this map, all UK Motorway Service Stations. Now, I hear you saying, this is the most mundane subject you could have picked. Yes, you are probably right. But who doesn't love a motorway service station? They give you everything you need when you are travelling up and down the country. They are fascinating in their own respect. They're like mini towns, if you will. Some of them are tiny. They're just like Starbucks and that's about it. But come on, this is going to be interesting, I think. Yes, okay, it's not been played that many times and there's only 138 locations. It's probably one we play once and never play again. However, I still felt the need to record. I have no idea why. So that's what I'm doing. We're going to keep it on move. Let's explore the UK motorway service stations. I'm not sure if we're going to be inside or not. Okay, let's just get straight on with this. No more chat. Let's get to all UK motorway service stations. Let's go. Costa is advertising. North. Okay. Maybe Northampton. Not sure Northampton has its own service station, mind you. Not far from like Watford Gap and stuff, I guess. Maybe that does say that. I'm not too sure. Not going to be able to get that from that. Might have to do a little bit of a different tactic and actually look around. Yeah. Okay. Hey, cool. Wow. Is it cool? Not sure. Travelodge over there. The Travelodge might well say where we are. Ah, Knutsford M6. Yeah, this is quite a famous one, isn't it? Knutsford Services. Yeah, nice. Okay. Cheshire, right? Yeah, I don't think it's too far from Manchester. Very good. Okay, well let's go on the map and have a look then. So yeah, I think it's just south of Manchester. Yeah, there it is. It's just showed up quite quickly. Knutsford. Okay, well we're on the M6, so M6 is here. Long old motorway that. Moto Knutsford northbound. I imagine that's where we are. And I think, yeah, we started just outside the entrance there. Let's just pop back to the start. Yeah, it's quite nicely modelled on Google Maps, which is good, I guess. I'm not too sure if you class that as good, but there we go. I imagine that's where we are. It's kind of lining up a little bit. It might be a little bit wrong, but I'm not too concerned by this fact. Yeah, let's go back a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Let's do that. Nice. It was worth moving. 1 yard. Was it worth moving in the grand scheme of the world? Not sure it actually was, but there we go. Knutsford Services. There's a south and a north. Oh, that's one of the ones at the bridge. You would be fuming if you go past that. Oh, what's that got in it? McDonald's, all sorts, I reckon. It's KFC. Greg's. Yeah, nice. Costa drive-through. BK. WH Smith's. And, yeah, Greg's. M&S. Very posh. Very cultured, should we say. With an M&S Simply Food. There we go. We start on the M6, which is the longest motorway in the United Kingdom. Fun fact for you. Starts in Birmingham, or, well, I think just south of the well, it's somewhere in the Midlands anyway. Coventry maybe, and it goes all the way up to Carlisle and ends in Scotland. In Gretna, by the looks of it. Yeah, that's the last junction of the M6. There we go. Nice little fact for you to start the round. No one needs to know that, but M6, longest motorway. One for the pub quiz. Right, it's got a little bit of the look of Oxford, hasn't it, this one? This might well be Oxford Services. It's bad if I guess that. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure straight away. Yeah, okay. Doesn't really say welcome break. I think Oxford is a welcome break, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, my initial guess is Oxford Services on the M40. But that is niche knowledge, if that is correct. I mean, this could be anywhere, couldn't it? Let's be honest. It's got a Waitrose in it. Little Waitrose. This, can't quite remember. Last time I went up the M40, a little while ago now, but I'm sure it had a Waitrose. It might have been an M&S. Getting a little bit confused sometimes. Starbucks Pizza Express. Well, and yeah, Starbucks, which is just up here. Nothing's giving it away at this point. Starbucks on the entrance. We might well get this from the road signs. Although at this point it seems like it's just localised signs. Quite generic, way out, fuel, etc. Is it going to say the way to the M40? I'll be very interested if it does. If not, no idea where we are. I just had an inkling that it was Oxford Services. Going down here, we should get the motorway up here. Yeah, Bignell's Corner. Yeah, I don't think this is quite checking out. This looks like it's probably closer to London than Oxford. It's got Heathrow on the M1, M25. So we're not far from the M25. Okay, interesting. Ooh, I don't know what happened there. Totally no idea what happened there. Gonna have to reset, I think. Let's go back out. Sorry, gonna have to see all this again. Got confused there, didn't it? Yeah, we're on the M25. Okay, Brent Cross A1. Okay, so we're north of London then. Because Brent Cross is north. So Heathrow, Watford. So are we going to be on this side here? Maybe we are. Maybe we're in this sort of vicinity. Chalfont, St. Peter. Is there services? No, I don't think there is. Okay. Bit more thinking to do. We're going to line up this road then, really. So we're looking south towards this. So to our east, I couldn't do north, east, south, west then for some reason. To our east is Dartford and Stansted on the M11. But Potter's Bar on the M25. Okay. So that means we're west of Potter's Bar. Potter's Bar's there. So we're in this location here then. Because it's also got Watford on there. Yeah, I think we're gonna find this. Welcome Break South Mimms. This seems like it is this. Subway. Did it have a subway? I don't remember seeing a subway. This is riveting stuff, isn't it? Let's be honest. I don't think it's South Mimms, you know. It feels like it could be, but I didn't see... Yeah, I didn't see like some of this. I mean, it is a welcome break. But the Starbucks was located at the entrance or the exit, like out here somewhere. Okay, well, likely it is there. South Mimms. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be this, right? But none of it seems to line up, which is fine. There was a BP garage. Bignell's Corner. Well, it is here, isn't it? It is here. It didn't seem to line up as well as I thought. But anyway, let's go back to the start then. So we're looking, yeah, north straight at the building. I guess you could argue northeast. So that does check out orientation right-wise. Entrance just there. So I guess the entrance is like on this corner. Yeah, I mean, it is this, isn't it? So we're on the corner. So I would say that we're about there, actually. Level with the main road, or the main route here. Okay. Well, this is not where I thought it was going to be. There is a Pizza Express there, which is there. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Let's go for that. Go 4 yards away then. South Mimms, North London, just outside of Potter's Bar and Barnet. I guess some people probably call it Potter's Bar Services, maybe. Not entirely sure, but there we go. North of London on the M25. It goes right round Greater London. Very good. Next round then. Round 3. That's an interesting structure. I feel like I've seen that before. That is so brutalist, and I like it. It looks like an air traffic control tower, but it isn't. Wonder if there's a restaurant up there, or definitely probably was. Okay, so it's not a lot here going on, is there? Not the biggest of service stations. Or maybe we're just at the wrong side. So there's a Greg's, Costa Coffee, and then Moto is just the name of the company. Run it. Okay, no, it has got more. BK up there, Burger King, very good. There's loads of Burger King. There's always a Burger King at the service, isn't there? That seems to be their main location these days. You hardly get them in town centres, it seems, these days, but they're always at service stations. Eddie Stobart over there. Could do Eddie Stobart spotting, couldn't we, while we're doing this? Used to get the names, used to try and get the names written down. I saw about 10 and then gave up. Let me know if you ever did Eddie Stobart spotting. I did have I was part of the Eddie Stobart club at one point, the fan club. Had a card, actually. I think I've still got it somewhere. Got that when I was about 6. An obsession that has disappeared. Okay, let's go on to the main road. It's quite. I was going to say quite a small motorway, but I guess 3 lanes is about right. 3 to 4 lanes, isn't it? Really, for a motorway. Yeah, I like these with the bridges. They're pretty cool. I don't know what it is about it. It's something. I don't know. It's like welcoming you in, isn't it? Like, come in, you can have a Greg's. You could do that anywhere, but for some reason it's interesting when you're not. I don't know. Weird. I don't know. I can't explain it, but that is weird. This thing. I hope there actually is a restaurant up there. I really doubt there is. I bet it's not structurally sound anymore to have anything up there. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Well, we've got a sign here. That's the... Does that say M5? Oh, no. This is the M6 again. Okay. 374. So is that the mileage there? Maybe. 374 miles from south of the Midlands, I guess. So M6, large motorway, as I said at the start. Longest motorway in Britain. Yeah, starts down here. Yeah, it actually starts there. Yeah, Rugby. Just outside of Rugby. Interesting. It splits off on the M1 there, look, which is also a large motorway, but not quite as large. Because it changes to the A1, I think, when it gets further up. But maybe I've got that wrong. Not too sure. Some people just know all the motorways. I wish I did. Do I wish I did? I don't know. Do I need more niche knowledge? I don't think I do. Okay, so are we going with the assumption this is a milepost? So 374.5 miles from Rugby. So that seems quite north. Because I would say that 300 miles is pretty much all the way up here, right? So are we this sort of area? Does this landscape feel that north? Not sure. Preston and Blackpool, 15 miles north of Preston. So we're not as far north as I put myself. So actually we're going to be possibly near Lancashire, right? Got to be. But then again, Blackpool's further. Blackpool's further along this motorway. So that would put us this sort of area, I guess. Yeah, Lancaster northbound. Ooh, yeah, this could be Pennine Tower. That must be that tower that we saw. Yeah, cool. I think we found it. This would make sense for the mileage because it's closer to Preston than it is Blackpool. Because Preston comes first, and then you go down the M55, which I think, if I remember, you're getting 2 facts for the price of 1 here. I think... Not a fact. I think that was the first ever motorway, or part of the first motorway ever. Well, like in the UK, I should say. I think, if I'm not wrong, the M55 was the first motorway in Britain. If I'm wrong, I've massively mucked up. But I think I'm right. Let's go back to the start, back to the services. So yeah, I think that's the Pennine Tower then. So we're looking southeast at this building, which we are. We got the BP there, Burger King's down there. Yeah, okay. And we got this sort of squarish car park, which is on there. Yeah. So are we going to be on the M6 again? Lancaster southbound services. Let's guess. Yes, we are. Of course we are. We knew we were going to be there, didn't we? Very good. So quite far north, that one. Up the M6. We're getting a bit further north towards the Scottish border, by the looks of it. And Lancaster southbound. Very good. Moving on to round 4 now. It's another moto, which seems to be quite common now, don't they? There's going to be a name on here. Woolley Edge. Ooh. See, that's the thing, right? There's signs saying where you are, but I have no idea where that is. But I do know where Wakefield is. There we go. We shouldn't have moved. Well, I'm glad I moved, because that could have been a wild goose chase, really, couldn't it? Around, well, Yorkshire, I guess. Let's do a little bit of looking around. I always try to when I'm doing these sort of episodes. I don't want to just guess straight away. Let's have a little look at this service station. Woolley Edge. Quite an interesting name for a service station, I would say. Yeah, Simply Food in there. A cultured location, by the sounds of it. Yeah, look, Wakefield again. So we're definitely in Wakefield in Yorkshire. In West Yorkshire. Right, Woolley Edge then in Wakefield. So let's go to Wakefield. Woolley Grange. It's got to be down here, isn't it? It's all woolly around here. Woolley Edge. Funny name. I guess it's the edge of Woolley, which is funnier than Woolley Edge. The edge of Woolley. So Woolley Edge northbound, one would imagine. That's where we are. No, actually, we could be southbound, couldn't we? Is there a Travelodge? Yeah, there is. There's a Travelodge both sides, though. Oh, God, we're going to have to check. So that Travelodge is long and thin. What a sentence. Yeah, we're going to be on this side. This is where we are. Don't know where we started, actually. Completely forgot. Okay, we're looking straight at the building. We're kind of level with the Travelodge. So, yeah, I think we're on this road here. Maybe to the one to the right. No, I think we're at that one there. Yeah, I think that's about right. Maybe just to the right because we're on the parking bays and not the road. I think I'm happy to go for that. Let's just have one last look at it. There it is in all its glory. Woolley Edge. Nice. We were on the road, but it doesn't matter. We got the right motorway on the M1. Key motorway, that one. I'm not going to bore you because you've had enough boredom in this episode. But again, nice long motorway. Most people in the UK have probably driven up the M1 at some point in their life, if they drive or they go in cars. Okay, next then, and final round for today's episode. Let's see where we are this time. A welcome break. Michael Wood, which never heard of. Whether that's the name of it, which I assume it is. Not sure. Don't know what that says up there. We can't get closer, which is strange. We are not in a photosphere, but we can't go then any further up, which is strange. So we might have to use some other methods to find out where we are. Let's have a little look around the car park then. What a riveting bit of content this is. Again, this whole episode has just been riveting, hasn't it? These signs don't help. These are going to be probably localized signs again saying where to go here. Yeah, just generic. I'd say M&S for a service station is top tier. Waitrose is good, but M&S for service station, ideal. Thornbury, never heard of that. I've heard of the Wild Thornburys, but not Thornbury the town. That's a niche reference, isn't it, as well? M5, okay, M5. So this is actually going to be more Devon area then, potentially, because the M5 runs down here. So yeah, Bristol, it does start in Birmingham, the M5 comes all the way down here and then ends I think in Exeter. So 116 miles. So possibly is that going to be measured from Birmingham? I don't know how their mileage works, whether it's from the biggest town or the biggest city or it's from the southernmost point, because if it's the southernmost point it's from Exeter. So 116 miles is what? Probably, yeah, I mean this sort of area. So is there a place called Thornbury? Or B4509? Actually, we could use A38. Ah, look, Thornbury's there. So we are north of Bristol. I imagine this is Gloucestershire or South Gloucestershire. Yeah, okay. Right, well, I think we're going to find this. So it was called Michael's Wood, right? I think that was what it was called. Something along those lines. So, M5 here. So, is it along here? Not that I can see. The fact that you've got the sign for Thornbury straight off it. So, we've got to find this road, really. The B4509. That should lead us to it. Is this the 4509? No. Where's the nearest exit? This one. That's the A38. Oh, no, hang on. It is saying that, isn't it? Oh, junction 14. Yeah, it's this one. This is the one. There it is. B4509 to Thornbury. Okay, so can I see a services here? Because I can't see one. We didn't go that far, did we? There it is. Michael Wood. We did go quite far. Okay. Right, so Michael Wood. I think we were this side, but I have been proven wrong before. So we're looking north. So actually we are... yeah, we must be on the northbound side then. Yeah, because we're looking... Yeah, of course, we're looking north at it. You can't be north that side because behind it, yeah. So we're actually going to be here somewhere. Let's do it. Oh, further than I thought, but doesn't matter. We got the perfect score, and I think that's a perfect score overall. But we end in Michael Wood in South Gloucestershire, I think, near Thornbury, just north of Bristol, on the M5. Very good. That's a long sentence. Let's view the results. Yeah, that took ages. That's 24 minutes of looking at motorway service stations. Make of that what you will. Breakdown then. Well, something you don't want to do on motorways, but if you're going to break down, best time to do it is at a service station because you've got a lot of amenities. You can go and have a KFC while you're waiting. That was, I want to say interesting, but I reckon it's borderline the most boring video you could watch. But if you've made it this far, you obviously enjoy motorway service stations, so this is the content for you. If you've made it this far, you're in a unique category of people that actually like motorway service stations, and I applaud you because there is something about them. I can't explain it. They are interesting. But there we go. I think what we'll do is we'll leave the video there today. I hope you enjoyed coming along for the ride there. Up and down UK's motorway service stations. Let me know your favourite motorway service station. I think personally, my favourite one I've ever stopped at is Tebay Services up on the M6, right up near, well, it's in the Lake District. It's beautiful landscape around it. We'll leave it there for today. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. As always, I will catch you on another video. Take care now, and goodbye.